Okay, it's good afternoon, everyone. So please take out chapter number 11 of geography part, Life in Desert Regions, Sahara and Ladakh. In this chapter, we'll study about the hot and the cold desert. Then, when we talk about the hot desert, we'll study about the Sahara Desert. And when talk about the cold desert, we'll study about the Ladakh region of Jammu and Kashmir, and it's a part of India. So, let me ask you one thing. What do you know by this word desert? Desert hota kya hai? What do you mean by this thing desert?
Ma'am, desert is a place filled with sand. Ma'am,
Yeah,
a place
desert.
with no population.
Okay. Now listen to
Ma'am,
me.
that is the
Yes.
place where very low.
Yeah, speak, Agrima. Continue, beta. Agrima, continue.
Ma'am, desert is defined as a rain which receives very low rainfall.
Acha, it can be defined as a region which is very low rainfall. One can see sand and sand everywhere. So, desert is an arid area characterized by extremely high or low temperature and having a very few vegetation. The desert can be hot or cold depending on the temperature. Many people around the world have adapted to life in deserts and they also practice agriculture wherever water is available. So, in this chapter, we'll study about the two types of desert, that is the hot desert and the cold desert. The hot deserts are found in the tropical regions of the world, and the cold deserts are found in the high altitudes of the temperate regions or high latitudes such as the polar regions. So, first, we shall talk about the Sahara Desert. Yes, Mansikar Randhawa, you're right. Desert is an area which gets rain in the minimum amount or not get any rain. Okay, next we are what you have written. There's only sand and sand everywhere. Right. So first thing we shall discuss about is the Sahara Desert. So Sahara Desert is in Africa, in the world's largest desert, having an area of about 8.554 million square kilometers. It touches 11 countries that are Algeria, Chad, Egypt, Libya, Mali, Mauritania, Morocco, Niger, Sudan, Tunisia, and Western Sahara. Apart from the vast stretches of sand, the Sahara Desert also has gravel plains and elevated plateaus with rock surface. Look at page 177. The image of sand dunes is given there. So, we talk about the oasis. The Tafilak Oasis is the largest oasis in the Morocco with an area of about 1300 square kilometer. Just turn the page. Now let's talk about the climate. The climate of the Sahara Desert is very hot and dry, and temperature can reach as high as 50 degrees Celsius during the day. Even the highest temperature of the world is 58 degrees Celsius has been recorded here in the Al Azaya in Libya. The nights are freezing cold with temperature nearing 0 degrees. The rainy season is very short in Sahara. The days are extremely hot because the moisture evaporates very fast. The high temperature heats up and the sand and the heats up the sand and the rocks, which radiate heat and make everything around them hotter. As something extra knowledge for you, in 1922, Al Azaya, this we have just now studied, in the Sahara Desert south of Tripoli, Libya, recorded the highest temperature of 57.7 degrees Celsius. So, Sahara Desert regarding the land,
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Sahara Desert, the location land is clear to everyone. Location कहाँ located है? Sahara Desert located in South
Africa.
अफ्रीका. हाँ, और क्लाइमेट कैसा है यहाँ का? The experience hot and dry climate. The nights are cold, and the days are very
Hot.
warm. Clear? Now let's shall move to the natural vegetation and wildlife. So in short, we can say the flora and fauna. As we know, the temperature of Sahara is very hot, so thorny bushes and shrubs are common in Sahara Desert. Cactus and acacia trees are main species. Date palms. are found near the oasis. Plant in the desert underline this line. Plant in the desert have long roots, thick barks, and small leathery
We are
leaves
going to see.
to reduce the rate of transpiration. Then, in some places, oasis green islands with date palms surrounding them can also be found. Camels, hyenas, jackals, foxes, scorpions, and many more varieties of snakes and lizards are found in Sahara Desert. So natural vegetation, natural vegetation, wildlife is clear.
Yes,
तो पैरा
ma'am.
is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
हाँ
ma'am.
सिंपल सा है बेटा यहाँ पे रेनफॉल कम होता है बारिश बहुत कम होती है इसकी वजह से यहाँ के जो ट्रीज हैं वो कैसे हैं श्रब्स हैं थॉर्नी बुशेस है कांटे वाले पेड़ हैं कैक्टस देखा है आपने हैव सीन कैक्टस इन योर लोकेलिटीज कैक्टस
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ
Yes,
कैक्टस जो
ma'am.
हमने छोटा देखा होगा वहाँ पे बहुत बड़े बड़े कैक्टस मिलते हैं एशेसिया प्लांट का स्पीसीज है एंड डेट palms आर फाउंड इन द सहारा डेजर्ट ये तो होगी बात किसकी प्लांट्स की लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द एनिमल्स एनिमल्स क्या है यहाँ पे we can find the lizards, the camels. The camel is the
Okay.
camel shape of the
Shape of the
desert.
desert.
Here, gazelles, hares हो गए, desert foxes हो गए, snakes, lizards are found in the Sahara desert. Now, how people survive in Sahara? No doubt there is rain, there is sand and sand around. There is no rainfall. ठीक है? Now, the question arises that people जो वहाँ के लोग हैं, how they survive? What human activities they perform? So many group of people such as the Bedouin and the Tuareg live in the Sahara. Animal cultivation, animal rearing, cultivation of crops, trading and mining are the main occupation of the people of the Sahara Desert. That these people rear animals like goats, sheep, camels and horses. Then belts, sleepers, water bottles, mats, carpets, clothes and blankets are made out of the hides and the hairs of these animals. So to protect themselves from the hot winds and dust storm, these people wear heavy robes. People live around the oases in the Sahara in the Nile Valley where water is available and grow date palms. Crops such as wheat, rice, barley, beans are also grown in the here and the world famous Egyptian cotton is grown in Egypt. Look at page number 179 first figure. The Great Sphinx, Cairo, Egypt. Can you find this image?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
discovery of oil in Algeria, Libya, and Egypt are and availability of the minerals like iron, phosphorus, underline this line, manganese, and uranium have transformed the economy of the Sahara Desert.
वो
The
मैं
culture,
टॉर्च लाइट नहीं आ रही.
the cultural landscapes of the Sahara is changing rapidly with the construction of glass case buildings that rise above the mosque and the super highways. Look at the Aswan Dam on the river Nile in Egypt provides irrigation water that crisscross the ancient camel pass. Next, para transport in cities. Camels have been replaced by trucks in the salt trade, and the tourists have started guiding tourists in the desert. Nomadic herdsmen are moving to and fro and were settling in the cities, taking up jobs in oil and gas companies. So this was all about the Sahara Desert. Human activities, transport in the cities. We have seen the in Egypt, the Nile and its canals provide the good inland waterways. Cairo, the capital of Egypt, is the largest city in the Sahara. Followed by Giza. Giza, the famous for its
जी
pyramids.
मैम.
Ruby, please mute yourself. The class has started. Please don't disturb the class. Giza is a famous for its pyramids and sphinx. It's a major tourist attraction. Timbuktu in Mali is an important trading port. Apart from this, Port Said and Alexandria in Egypt and Tripoli, the Libyan capital, are the big ports on the Mediterranean Sea. So, life of the people we have seen, despite of the harsh condition, people have adapted their lifestyle according to the physical conditions of the Sahara Desert. They wear loose clothes and cotton clothes to protect themselves from heat and dust. The desert houses have thatched roofs and are thick walled with small windows preventing heat and dust. from the extreme heat of the desert. In recent time also, the mining, the people activities and the oil exploration have enabled them to develop their economy and import their requirements from other countries. Slowly and gradually, because of the advancement in the Sahara Desert and because of the tourist attraction, the life of the people in Sahara is changing from a nomadic one to a more modernized one. One can see the places of tourist attraction in Sahara in Egypt region and the dams which is constructed on the river Nile is provides irrigation facilities to the agricultural areas of Sahara. So Sahara Desert is clear to everyone. Sahara Desert.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
explain.
Yes, ma'am.
To India. India, Ladakh. What do you know about Ladakh? You will tell me about Ladakh region. Ladakh. Have you ever been to Ladakh?
No, ma'am.
So Ladakh, when talk about Ladakh, where is Ladakh located?
Ma'am in
Ma'am, in
Jammu.
northern India.
Ma'am, in north
Very good.
side.
Ma'am, in J&K.
Yes. It is a part of J&K. Yes.
Half part of JNK.
But ma'am, now it
Half
is a
part.
UT.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Manat, please, if you are keeping a video on, I request you to please sit in a proper position. Yes. Just look at Ladakh now, page number 179. Ladakh is one of the 9 union territories of in India. UT. Ladakh is now UT. Earlier it was a state. So it lies to the north of the Greater Himalayas. It is bounded by the Karakoram Range in the north and the Jangsar Mountains in the south. Range runs through the Ladakh range runs through this region. Now the land. Let me tell you, Ladakh is known as the cold desert. Okay, Ladakh is known as the cold desert. So Ladakh is situated amidst high mountain ranges. High mountain ranges. Ladakh is a cold and barren desert. Who will tell me the meaning of barren? What is barren?
Where no
Ma'am,
crop. The one which we call banjar in Hindi.
Yes, yeah. Barren means बंजर in Hindi. जहाँ पे कोई भी crop produce नहीं होती, grow नहीं होती है. And there are several mountain passes which provide access to Ladakh. Karakoram Range and Zozila are the big ones. Underline this line. You are the resident of Jammu and Kashmir. You should know the importance of Ladakh region. The mountains, the ranges of Ladakh, of Jammu आपको पता होना चाहिए. So Karakoram and the Zozila बोलते हैं इसको, the big ones. This region is drained by the river Indus and its tributaries like Shyok, Zangsar, Nubra Valley, Nubra River, and Suru. These rivers have cut deep valleys in the otherwise rocky desert surface. So these rivers have cut deep valleys in the dry place. Yes. It's a request to all of you if you're not able to join my this class because of network issue from your side. Don't call me in between. Some girls are still calling me in between WhatsApp call and other call. Just tell your friends, tell your classmates not to call me in between. Because class is going on, I can't attend your calls. Please. Okay, so these rivers have cut deep valleys and otherwise rocky desert surfaces. There are also many glaciers in this region. Pangong Lake. Have you seen Pangong Lake in movies?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Ma'am, news.
Ma'am.
news also. Yes, 1 month before only one news was there regarding this Pangong Lake. Chinese troops they entered the Indian territories,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Yeah, and Sto Moriri are the two big and the beautiful lakes in the region. The land is clear. Now let's talk
Yes.
Yes,
about
ma'am.
the climate. Climate के बारे में बात करते हैं. Ladakh experience an extreme climate. During the summer, the days are warm with the sun shining very brightly and the nights are cool. Humidity. What is humidity? What is humidity?
Not very cold and not
Ma'am,
very.
temperature.
Humidity
Medium
means the
temperature.
availability in the
Mm,
presence of water in the air. उसको humidity बोलते हैं. सर
Yes,
अपने रेनी सीजन में देखा है चिपचिप चिपचिप फील होता है आपको स्टिकी स्टिकी फील स्टिकी
yes,
Yes.
ma'am. The
वो
moisture in the
मॉइस्चर होता है
atmosphere.
ना हाँ,
Ma'am,
वो
there
क्या
is
होता
a
है?
in the
हाँ, वो आपका जब स्टिकीनेस होती है एयर में, आपको पूरा फेस स्टिक स्टिकी फील होता है। दैट इज ह्यूमिडिटी। नाउ इट इज यू कैन फील ह्यूमिडिटी। आप फील होती है ह्यूमिडिटी?
No, ma'am.
नहीं,
no,
मतलब
ma'am.
मॉइस्चर एयर में नहीं है। So during the winter, it is severely cold. Since Ladakh lies north of the Himalayas, it falls within the rain shadow area of the mountain regions. Now, when these winds cross the mountains and reach Ladakh, there is no moisture left in them, and this rainfall in Ladakh is almost negligible. Rainfall बहुत कम होती है during winter. There is heavy rainfall, snowfall in this region. So what we have learned in climate. क्लाइमेट में क्या है? लद्दाख एक्सपीरियंस एक्सट्रीम क्लाइमेट। लद्दाख में क्या है? एक्सट्रीम क्लाइमेट है। इट कम्स अंडर रेन शैडो एरिया एंड देयर इज हेवी रेनफॉल, heavy snowfall in the region. Now, natural vegetation and wildlife. Due to scanty rainfall, scanty क्या होता है? What is scanty? Scanty क्या होता है बेटा?
Ma'am,
Very,
low.
ma'am, बहुत
Very
कम.
less.
Ma'am, very
Yes,
low.
very low, very less. So,
Ma'am,
due to
very
scanty
less.
rainfall, स्कैंटी बहुत कम रेनफॉल होती है। वेजिटेशन लद्दाख में स्पार्स है। मतलब स्पार्स मीन्स who will tell sparse meaning of sparse? Scattered. So some stunted trees like willow सुना आपने willow? जो बैट होते हैं, क्रिकेट बैट, वो विलो से बनते हैं।
Yes,
Cypress,
ma'am.
elm, juniper and poplar are found in the valleys and the lower slopes of the mountains. The highest slopes have grasses and shrubs. The wildlife consists of the Tibetan antelopes called chiru, wild goats, sheep, yaks, and Tibetan wild ass called kyang. Now the birds. Birds like pigeons, carrion crow, chukar, and golden eagle are
Excuse me,
common in
ma'am.
Ladakh. Yes, Agrima.
Ma'am, what is the meaning of negligible?
Negligible, so-so. Where is the line? Let me tell the meaning of this
Ma'am,
line
near
only.
to know.
Ma'am,
A line.
climate paragraph, third last line.
Ma'am, it means very small.
Yeah, the meaning
Ma'am,
is
nearest to
there is no
know.
हाँ सुनो मेरी बात, क्या हुआ क्या होता है यहाँ पे? When the winds come from the lower side to the Ladakh, वो माउंटेन से टकरा जाती है, जिसकी वजह से जो हवा में जो मॉइस्चर है वो बहुत कम रहता है। इसकी वजह से रेनफॉल बहुत ही कम होती है, ऑलमोस्ट नेग्लिजिएबल, ना के बराबर।
Okay,
ठीक है?
ma'am.
हाँ। Now let's talk about the human activities. What the people perform in Ladakh. Activities कौन कौन सी करते हैं? The people are mostly engaged in the agricultural sector, animal rearing and the tourism sector. Yak, goat and sheep are raised on the mountain pastures. Yak is very useful animal because it provides people with the milk, wool and sheep. Yes. Negligible means very small and therefore it's not important. Good, Ranchika, you are right. And the sheep and goats are mainly reared for milk, meat and wool. Wool of a very fine quality called pashmina is collected from these goats. Pashmina सुना आपने कभी पश्मीना?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, it's
Yes,
called
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. It's Srinagar
It's
and Kashmir
it's
area.
it's a type of wool, na? हाँ, it's very famous in Kashmir. It's extracted from the this thing. Sheep से मिलता है ये, and
Pashmina.
it's very पश्मीना shawls होते हैं, very costly shawls.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है.
Yes,
Ladakh
ma'am.
is famous for producing excellent quality shawls, blankets and carpets. Now agriculture. Agriculture अगर हम लोग बात करते हैं तो is practiced in the valley and the lower slopes. Crops are grown in the summer season from May to September where the temperature is comparatively high. Crops कब grow करते हैं ये? For the month of May to September. 4 months में crops grow होती है, and the crops grown here are wheat, barley and vegetables and fruits like apples, apricots. Apricots देखा है आपने?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
हाँ
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ. Walnuts
Yes, ma'am.
and grapes are grown. In winter season also, extremely cold weather does not permit agriculture. इतना होता है winters में, there is a heavy snowfall in this region, तो वहाँ पे क्या होता है, whole of the land is covered with snow everywhere. That is why वहाँ पे जो है agriculture ना possible नहीं होता है। अब जब यहाँ पे snowfall के टाइम पे people are engaged in the handicraft sector like weaving and carpet making. Next we have the tourism. Tourism is important economic activity in Ladakh. The stark mountainous landscape of this place, the Gompas. Hemis Gompa सुना आपने Hemis Gompa?
Yes, ma'am.
And the
Yes,
Ma'am, we
festivities
ma'am.
Yes,
attract
ma'am.
many tourists. Three Idiots movie have you
Yes,
seen?
ma'am.
कभी देखा Three Idiots movie? वहाँ पे देखा आपने? Ladakh?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ. So the government promotes tourism here by organizing Sindhu festivals in June in every year. Then we talk about the tourist. It's a place a tourist attraction, both from this national tourists, domestic tourists, as well as international. Now the transport in cities, the rugged terrain makes it difficult to develop a good transport system in Ladakh. There is only a few motorable roads in the region. Leh is the most important town in Ladakh. Headquarters is a headquarter and the administrative center of this region. It connects to the Kashmir Valley by a road which passes through the Zozila. Another road which passes through the Khandargun La connects to the Srinagar. Now, the Manali Leh Road is one of the highest motorable roads in the world. Kargil is important town. Both Leh and the Kargil have air services. Okay? Now, the life of the people live in a very harsh condition and people have adapted their surroundings, their lifestyle according to the climate of the Ladakh. Now, houses are built in small clusters. What is cluster? Cluster क्या होता
A
है?
type
It's a,
of group.
yes, Niharika, you're right. It's a group. Along with the streams where farming is possible or along the few roads in the region. The houses are made up of sun-dried bricks and have flat roofs. The people of eastern Ladakh are Tibetan Buddhist. क्या नाम कौन होते हैं वो? They are Buddhist. And Ladakhi is a common language spoken here. Yes, Vanshika, you also right. It's a group of people, plants, or things that comes together. Yes, there are number of Buddhist monasteries. It's called Gompas in the region. Like we have temples, we have gurudwaras, we have mosques. Same thing is with the Ladakh also. They have Gompas. The Hammis Gompas and the Tiksi are the some famous ones. In Western Ladakh, people are mostly Muslim. देखो यहाँ पे लद्दाख में क्या है? Eastern Ladakh में people are Buddhist and the Western Ladakh people are mostly Muslims. They speak Balti language. Which language? Balti language. Balti language. The government of India has undertaken a number of measures to improve the living conditions of the people of Ladakh. Transport and better communication system has still developed in Ladakh. Irrigation facilities are being provided. The hydropower electricity is being trapped, and tourism is being promoted on a large scale. So, Ladakh is clear to you? Yes, study, you are right. It means, yeah, solid. ठीक है. So, regarding Ladakh, the location, the land, climate, the flora and fauna, human activities, transport in cities, life of the city is clear.
Ma'am, can you explain Ladakh
Yes,
one more
clear.
time?
It's clear to everyone. This chapter is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Regarding the this thing, Sahara is clear. Sahara कहाँ पे? Where is Sahara located?
South Africa.
South
South
Africa, correct. And where
South
is
Africa.
Ladakh
South
located?
Ladakh located in J&K.
North,
Ma'am, in
In
like
J&K.
J&K
part
region
of
here of India.
North India.
Okay. So let's try to find out the chapters, answer the chapters. So let me tell you, we have completed a geography portion for term 2. Everything is over. All chapters are done.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So in next class on Friday we shall do the chapter number 11 of civics and striving for equality. उसके बाद हमारा बचेगा सिर्फ एक चैप्टर हिस्ट्री का rise of autonomous states in the 8th century. फिर मैं आपको कराऊंगी civics portion that is the understanding media. Clear?
Excuse me, ma'am, when you will send chapter
Okay,
number
ma'am.
6 question
In the
answer?
beginning only Vedika, I responded to your question that first just try to find out your answers at your end. खुद chapter पढ़ो, answers find out करो. If you're not able to get the answers, I will surely send the answers in the Google class. But you have to do a little effort.
Okay, ma'am.
Excuse me,
So
ma'am.
everything is clear. If it is clear, please leave the class. All of you, please leave the class.
Thank you, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Class.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Excuse
ma'am.
me, ma'am.
You all
Bye,
are
ma'am.
please leave the bye, beta. Bye, bye, bye. Hurry up.
Excuse
Thank you,
me, ma'am.
ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Bye, beta. Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Leave the class, all of you.
Ma'am,
We are
can you
joining
send
class.
ma'am, can you send the link of code?
Where?
Okay, ma'am.
Where? I said where? She left. Priyanshi
Yes,
Sharma
ma'am.
left.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Was she
ma'am.
was asking for the code?
Ma'am, she
Yes,
was
ma'am.
saying that
And
she
she
was
has said that
saying
she
that
has left from the group. That's SST group. So
Why
she
she
is
left?
saying, yes, ma'am.
by mistake,
Ma'am,
I
she
think.
is saying, so please give me that link to join that SST group.
Which class she is in? Which class? Seventh A or
Ma'am,
seventh B?
7B.
7B.
Seven. I'll send the code in the official WhatsApp group. No personal
Okay, ma'am.
chatting, please.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, anything you want to
Thank you,
ask
ma'am.
me, you can ask me through Google Classroom. A platform is given there. Don't ask me personally.
Thank you,
Just
ma'am.
drop your queries in the Google Classroom.
Bye,
All of you
ma'am.
please. Okay, bye, beta. All of you please leave the class. I'm waiting for you.
Have a
Please
nice
leave
day,
the
ma'am.
class. You also. Leave the class, then I will end my class. Please. Yes, Sirjan, Pragati, Ruby Devi, Simmerpreet Kaur. Please leave the class. Ruby Devi, Simmerpreet Kaur, Sirjan Kaur. Leave the class.
Okay, ma'am.
Hurry up. Yes, Sirjan, Simmerpreet. Are you there? If you're there, please leave the class. I'm waiting for you.